So first, building your brand. To really understand how to build a brand, we need to explore what a successful or complete brand looks like. To do this, we have to work backwards. So we get a good understanding of this, I'm going to use the brand tree analogy. Here is a tree. I want you to imagine this tree is your brand. First, we have the most important part, the soil. Now, for every tree, the soil is very important. It's the base out of which everything grows. If the soil is rotten, everything else dies. For your brand, this is the foundational elements, which include having strong foundations for your business, a business that's running, generating revenue, and not based off just an idea that's got a weak foundation. Your business is very different to your brand. It's important that you understand that first. To explain this a little more, take this example. Let's imagine your brand is this water bottle. On the left, you have your business, and on the right, you have your brand. Your business would be the product or service you're selling. The foundations of your business would rest on good business structure, sales, good revenue, having a range of products, and much more. But your brand is all focused upon your identity, how you're perceived by your audience, and the experience that your brand provides, which makes it stand out. So having that strong business foundation first is important to building a successful, impactful brand. So coming back to the soil, you first need to prove that the business works and that it's worthy of building a brand for. If you're taking this course and you don't yet have those foundations in place, please don't worry. This course will give you a good understanding on how to start taking the first steps of building your brand so you can implement these after or alongside building the right business foundations. If you're a medium-sized brand taking this course, you already know the importance of having strong business foundations as you've gone through this already. So that's the first part of having a successful, impactful brand, having the right soil. Moving on, now we have the roots of your brand tree. The roots are what keep your brand solid and anchored. They make sure that you stay rooted to what you started off with. These are the unchangeable things in your brand unless you're changing the whole soil and the tree. The unchangeable things can be the vision of your brand, where you see your brand going in the future, a vision that your brand is working towards every day, the mission your brand is on, the solutions your brand is going to provide to a particular group of people or even the planet in order to make a positive difference, and the values your brand stands by, what you don't ever compromise on and you stay firm to. That is the roots of your brand tree. Then you have the most strongest part of your brand tree, the trunk. The trunk provides support for the rest of the brand tree. This is what really makes a big difference for the success and impact of a brand. This lies in your positioning of your brand, how your audience sees and thinks of you in their minds, the promise you keep to your audience and customers of your brand values, products, services, and the brand experience as a whole, the ethics and responsibility that your brand works with, and the thing that connects you to a lot of your audience, your brand story. Majority of your brand trunk can be summarized as your brand's messaging, the most strongest part of your brand. Second to last are the branches. The branches of your brand tree help your brand to reach out. Your branches help you to connect with your target audience and provide them with a positive brand journey and experience that makes them remember you, want to come back to you, and over time become your loyal fans, which we call brand loyalty. Last but not least, what many people think is the most beautiful part of the tree, the leaves. This is the most visual part of the brand, which changes color with every season. For your brand, this is everything that we see on the outside of it. The visual identity, the logo, the patterns, color palettes, the website that you have, the social media content that you're posting, and all the other digital things which most people assume is the brand or the branding. But you can see from here that really a brand is much more than just the leaves. And it's vital for the brand to have everything else and not just the leaves, otherwise it will all just fall apart. So when we look at a complete brand structurally, this is what we're looking at. You have your business strategy, which helps you build your operational business, which is your soil. That then leads the way and improves your business to build your brand. And then the roots, the trunk, and the branches of your brand tree is all formulated by the first step of building an impactful brand, the brand strategy. After completing a brand strategy, then you would go on to working with your identity design, the digital design, the marketing, the print, which are all of the leaves of your brand tree. So you have 3 stages of building a successful, impactful brand. Stage 1, the strategy. Stage 2, the design. And then stage 3, which comes in the launch and execution, marketing. So your brand has to be built from the soil up. Now, what we will be focusing on in this Build My Brand crash course is the first stage, the strategy, but not the business strategy, as now we can assume you either already have that in place or you'll be working on it after completing this course. But instead, we'll be working on the brand strategy.